So Danny Flexen for Seconds Out and the Joe Joyce YouTube channel. Delighted to be joined by the man himself, fresh off a victory on Saturday night, BT Sport. I guess the first question is, you got rid of Michael Wallisch pretty much as expected, third round. How do you assess your performance?
I thought it was a good fight. I enjoyed the fight. It was good to get back in the ring. See, the first round where I'm trying to work him out, I took some unnecessary shots. Well, I could have slipped and moved out of the way a bit better, but I wasn't exactly worried about his power, so I just didn't really feel them and just kept going in the fight. And then I kind of saw that he was hurt by some of my shots, and then stepped in and tried to finish him off by the before the round ended. I think this was round two, but he gave his best, and there's a lot of thanks going out to him to come down from Germany and get it on. So it was good to fight in the BT studio. It wasn't too bad. I mean, and it was good that people got a chance to see boxing again, and I'm on the second show to be back, so that's good.
I'm glad you brought up the unnecessary shots you took, because I'm sure you're aware it was talked about quite a lot on social media after the fight. Is it a case of when you go in with someone whose power, like you feel their power early on and you don't particularly respect it, that you are a bit more lax defensively? Or is it more, still early on in the fight, you were warming your way into it?
I think a bit of both. I think that's where I'm susceptible to get hit is in the first couple of rounds, or the first round definitely. But so it's just, and when I'm not worried about the power, then it's just water for ducks back, and I keep going forward. But with Dubois, I'll be more prepared, and I won't be willing to take them kind of shots. Or if I take one, then I'll have to I'll have to get out of the way of it, or I might get fired up and throw back in with some shots.
How frustrating is it when you're like that against lesser opposition for your trainers? Obviously, this time you had Steve Broughton in the corner, but in the past when it's happened with Adam Booth, Ismail Salas, is that something they kind of keep going on to you about?
I think it just comes down to practice, and I mean, looking back, I think maybe I should have, took him a few more rounds to get and work on a few more things, but it's something that in the gym that we practice this stuff and sparring, and because I haven't had a long camp, I haven't really had the amount of time to really we've been locked down for so long that it's just it's good to get back in the boxing gym and start doing boxing training. So I guess my level's still there, but it needs fine tuning, and I've got plenty of time till the Dubois fight to do these corrections.
Is it fair to say you're very confident in your chin?
I'm pretty confident, but I've been put down a couple of times before, like in the amateurs, but which is better to avoid.
Yeah, of course.
So it's just something I need to work on for this next one. Like early on, to be switched on, and because I know he'll be coming.
Yeah,
With two cannonballs in his hands.
Well, let's hope they check his raps.
Yeah.
But what do you think his reaction would have been watching the fight? Do you think he'd have got carried away thinking, well, if he's open to the right hand, I have a great right hand? Or do you think he'd have been a bit more sensible and thought, this is just Joe Joyce taking on a lesser opponent at relatively short notice and without his trainer in his corner?
Yeah, that one, what you just said.
The latter. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think he's been around the sport a long time. I don't think his opinion of you or the fight will have changed just based on that one performance.
Mm. I mean, I thought I performed. I thought I performed well. I thought there's moments there where I was, able to, move out the way of the punches or like not take them full force and come back with counter attacks and put my shots together, head to body. And I thought, I thought it was like what I worked on with Steve and Cam, and obviously being in Greg's gym is they've done good work, and I was quite impressed with with that short time to be able to perform like that.
Yeah. No, I don't mean to kind of dwell on the negative. It's just obviously it's come up a lot on social media, and I think other people are
Yeah.
dwelling on negative to an extent.
Yeah, because I've seen some things like, do you think this Joe Joyce would be able to beat Dubois? Based on my performance. When was it? Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday,
2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah.
3 days ago.
Time flies.
Yeah.
But yeah, so people have been saying that, and I think they're kind of not looking into a fighter's mentality and at how more switched on you'll be for a threat like Dubois. I think that's the main thing, isn't it? That Dubois is a threat, and maybe Wallisch, all due respect to him, you maybe didn't see him as much of a threat.
Yeah.
What was it like not having a normal head trainer in the corner? And that's no disrespect to Steve Broughton, who's a great guy, but normally you'd be used to having Adam Booth recently or Ismail Salas previous to that, who you're hopefully going to be working with for the Dubois fight.
Yeah. I had, I was able to talk to Salas and kind of get get what he what he wanted me to do in this fight, and also working alongside Steve. Steve was involved with, speaking to Salas and actually know what he wants to get out, and also the combinations that I need to work on for Wallisch. So, but it is, it's better when there's more. But I think Steve did well. I think he's got good, in the corner and stuff. He comes up with some good advice to go out there, and his pads and everything is really good. I think I think he's a good trainer, and he hasn't got the experience yet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in an ideal world, you'd rather have them both than just one.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there any progress on that in terms of what's going to happen in the build up to Dubois with Salas, if he's going to come over or you're going to be able to go over there?
Well, that's what's being worked out now as we speak. So, it's about getting like a visa and the ability to travel to America, because it's it's quite hard at the moment, and then also you've got to take into consideration like the quarantine when I get there, or obviously when I get back as well. If that's going to be an issue, then I might just have to see if start my camp here with Steve and Cam and and Stallards, and then bring Salas over here when he's finished with. I think he's got Ugas in September, so as soon as he finishes that fight, then if he flies over here and then trains me here for Dubois, then that's an option.
Okay.
If it's not going to make sense logistically to go to America, but this is the problem we're trying to solve now.